Hi everyone, I wanted to give you a few troubleshooting tips when working with a serger if your stitching is not coming out as desired or it doesn't look right. First things I want to talk about is this your thread pull stand. Make sure this is all the way up. If it's not, so I can't say how many times I've started to serge with it down. That is one thing. Next, you have multiple tensions. This kind of goes for all sergers. Everyone is slightly different, but you really want to make sure that the thread is sitting in these tension discs. So make sure that your tension is at a starting spot that is for your machine. This one has a neutral or a normal. Sometimes it's 3s across the board, sometimes it's 4s. We really want to check, because if the thread falls onto either side of the tension disc, it can cause problems. And sometimes you might have to, thread it like you're flossing your teeth, I like to say, and make sure it's really sunk in there. And then double check all your thread guides. Make sure that your presser foot is down. You want that down when you're serging. You don't have to start with it down. Like, you don't have to, put your fabric underneath. Like you do on a sewing machine, you can just, this has like a hinge on it, you can just lift it up. Really want to make sure it's down. Check, you make sure you have no burrs in your knife. You want to make sure that your needles are, first of all, the correct needles for your machine. So again, check your manual. Sometimes the back of your machine or somewhere on your machine will tell you your needle type. And then, let me actually pop this off for a second. You want to make sure that your needles don't have a burr in them and that you've fresh needles. And if you're overlocking, the left and the right needle will not be the same height. They will be different. I don't know if you can see, it's going to be hard to see. Oh, there you go. See, they're different heights. That's what you want. You want to make sure that the left and the right needle are the same thickness. So if you have 12s or you have 14s, they're both 12s, they're both 14s. They're really in there well. Again, you might have to unscrew and screw them in. Make sure there's no fluff, in here at all. That's a little messy, but that can cause some problems. Presser foot tension or pressure, you want to keep it at a neutral tension or a neutral pressure, I should say, except if you're using ultra fine or ultra thick fabrics. Check your manual for those settings. Check your thread. I was cover stitching on a different machine, and I had the left and the right needle were 2 different manufacturers of thread, and it was throwing off problems. So I changed it to be consistent. No problem. All I did was just swap some of the looper threads. And check your cutting width. Some machines have cutting width, and that moves the knife here left and right and can make your stitching a little bit wider, a little bit narrower. Sometimes you have to tweak that. This is a little bit finicky on mine, but some machines do have it, so double check that. And that's all I have right now. Let me know if you have any questions.